Let's move on to another activity. Scott is waiting to introduce you to your new playground. Here, you're going to learn the ways of Hoonigan through various workshops set up by their team. Once your training is over, you'll be a real gymkhana driver, capable of leading your own gymkhana. But let's start at the beginning.
Yo, what's up? Scotto here from Hoonigan. Hey, I'm super stoked to see another.
Looks like you're not the only one working out today. Lots of drivers out to burn rubber. No pressure. There's no need to rush this morning. Hey, this guy ahead, he's doing great at donuts. New rule, the more tricks you perform, the more bucks you earn. But wait too long between tricks, and the buck counter will drop. That bonus is for true Gymkhana Masters only. Our 360 Madman is back. Go slide his line, just follow his tire tracks. That's why I love this place. You have a wrecking ball, and you always have guys to get creative with it. Performing the wildest tricks. This is the Gymkhana DNA. A bit of preparation to become a Gymkhana driver. A lot, in fact. But for now, just remember this. If you have the right mindset, you'll be capable of anything. Like drifting to the edge of a canyon, or jumping over a helicopter, or, I don't know, anything. Coming to the end, and I haven't even told you about this monster that spits fire out of its V8. I mean, you are driving the mother of all Mustangs. Cross that line, and I'll tell you more about it.
So on the
The real Gymkhana quest starts now with your first drills. Score as many points as possible by performing the requested stunts, and you're sure to impress Scotto. Shouldn't be an issue. The Hoonicorn was born to stunt.
First training session, we're gonna rough up the unicorn a bit. We're focusing on Gymkhana essentials, big slides and precision. Get the right amount of points and we move on.
Mulligan.
Okay, first training session, we're gonna rough up the unicorn a bit. We're focusing on Gymkhana essentials, big slides and precision. Get the right amount of points and we move on. Love the next trick. It's the grind rail. To grind these, you need to be properly aligned and to hit them at a high speed to slide all the way. On your right and back again. Figure eight ahead. Try not to slide too wide. Now toss it back the other way. Up for a little grind rail? Passing through these tunnels earns you points too. They force you to be precise. Come on, one last round. Give me a few more tricks. The unicorn? That's a tire-slaying monster. Don't be shy with it. Hell yeah, that's my driver. The first time we installed the grind rail was in Florida. We thought a car doing a skateboard trick? Man, that's gotta be cool. And it was.
The playground as much as you like in free drive. A great way to hone your new skills. As Scotto said, let's take a break before resuming your Gymkhana quest with a This versus That episode. Hoonigan does countless car-related things, from custo to pro racing. But one of their favorite activities is as simple as it is fun: to compare cars by racing them. Two cars that are very special to our host. You'll find out more later. For now, you just have to pick your horse.
the RWB 911 Turbo. It's just a spicy Beetle, except this one is really fast.
You're into this versus that event. The guys and I do it all the time. We put two cars on the grid and see which one is the fastest. We only compare cars for the fun of it. Don't worry if you lose. So my guys who bet against the Porsche don't seem very confident anymore. Our two competitors today belong to the collection of a true Volkswagen nerd, me. These cars on track, it makes me feel emotional. And a little bit anxious, to be honest. Don't crash yours, please. I'll tell Gary the same thing. This race is like seeing a Jack Ferdinand Porsche fighting a buffed up August Hork in the octagon. In the red corner, the 965 Turbo, upgraded to over 400 horsepower with Japanese aesthetics. Love this. This versus that event. The guys and I do it all the time. We put two cars on the grid and see which one is the fastest. We only compare cars for the fun of it. Don't worry if you lose. But let's see if you bet on the right horse. Half German, half Japanese. No wonder you're in first place with that car. Our two competitors today belong to the collection of a true Volkswagen nerd, me. These cars on track, it makes me feel emotional. And a little bit anxious, to be honest. Don't crash yours, please. I'll tell Gary the same thing. This race is like seeing a Jack Ferdinand Porsche fighting a buffed up August Hork in the octagon. In the red corner, the 965 Turbo, upgraded to over 400 horsepower with Japanese aesthetics. Love this. And in the blue corner, the 1990 Coupe Quattro with a big turbo that takes it up over 800 horsepower. A good little boy. They both have a lot of power, and they're both insane. I'm not going to bed before kissing these two beauties goodnight. It calms me. Listen, you keep that to yourself, all right? It's just, you know, I'm really proud of these machines. See the volcano? My guys are preparing a first Gymkhana test for you over there. Things are gonna get real. end is near. Oh boy, it's gonna be tough watching either of my babies lose. If you want to push the car to its limit, now is the time. The 911, of course. That Porsche DNA.
Back to the Gymkhana mindset. This event is a validation event, meaning you'll need to use the skills you've acquired on the playground. Scotto wants to see if you can use them in a time attack. The Unicorn will no longer be your mount for this event, replaced by a fully modified third-gen Camaro. Hoonigan created this car at Chevrolet's own request. The brand wanted a special car for a special engine, a 632 crate engine, also called a big block. Hard to miss, this engine literally pierces the hood. Actually, it doesn't even have a hood. The test driver.
Hey, welcome to the first test, the volcano. We really spruced up the...
Probably wondering, why a chopper? You'll find out soon. Time to see what you've learned. The race on time, do as many tricks as you can, and on top of winning that money, you'll win my heart. Deal? That big block is ultra powerful, and that's not a euphemism. But she's not a natural-born Gymkhana machine like the Hoon. You can drift the street car for sure, but it's at your own risk with the handbrake. We're gonna jump over it, like now. Now that's what we call proximity. This type of moment in a video with slow-mo, now that's badass. Remember, align properly to take the rail. Designed this path in reference to hill climbs, hardcore uphill races. But in a volcano, dude, you take it up a notch. Come on, I want to see you flirt with the precipice a little longer. Kill these tires. Watch out for roadworks, 100 meters ahead.
Remix.
Slaloming at high speed through roadworks, jumping over a chopper, that's why gymkhanas exist. Follow the chopper. The end is right over there.
Just bought is waiting for you in a parking lot a little further on. You just have to take it back to the Hoonigan HQ so that they can give it their special treatment. Customization is their thing.
Lucky to find this Evo in this area. It's quite rare in the US, so I had to jump on it. I've told Ron, and the team can't wait to get their hands on it. And what's more, we've got a sunset and great sound. Everything's smiling on us. Chill out a bit. See, this car doesn't look like much. Just look at the interior. No frills, classic Japanese minimal. But there's always more. Mitsubishi gave us a nice inline 4-cylinder with already 280 horsepower. That we're gonna turn up a bit. Believe me, this bad boy is gonna make an absolute Gymkhana beast. We just need to give it a Hoonigan touch. I think we add a little carbon to it, a good way to give it some street spirit. Like a carbon hood, roof, and 4 doors. Did I say a little carbon? I meant a lot. Creating a Gymkhana car is always exciting. You start with an idea, toss in some passion, fantasy, and insanity, and you get the ultimate car. Back to the Hoonigan HQ. Thanks for your help, appreciate it. Ron's inside. He's gonna take care of Mademoiselle.
A new lesson and try new stunts. You know the drill by now. Anything you learn in the playground will come in handy later. New day, new car. You'll be driving the only electric Hoonigan car, which is probably the most powerful Gymkhana car, the Audi Hoonitron.
Second training session. Nobody at dawn. We've got the playground to ourselves. That was a precision strike section. You have to hit the sticks with your car's bumper. And that is a wall ride. You know how to drift against gravity? You're gonna learn. Today's all about using the skills you learned before and moving up a gear. Coming up, try to skid when you're on top, but be careful. If you take off, you could lose control of your vehicle. All right, let's go again with the precision strike. The trick is not going too fast and just throwing the car in before the first stick. Pull the handbrake if you have to. Round, so I don't want to see one stick standing. Is the most futuristic of all Gymkhana cars. It could drift on the moon, so get me to the stratosphere. Second training session. Nobody at dawn. We've got the playground to ourselves. That was a precision strike section. You have to hit the sticks with your car's bumper. And that is a wall ride. You know how to drift against gravity? You're gonna learn. Today's all about using the skills you learned before and moving up a gear. New wall ride coming up. Try to skid when you're on top, but be careful. If you take off, you could lose control of your vehicle. Let's go again with the precision strike. The trick is not going too fast and just throwing the car in before the first stick. Pull the handbrake if you have to. last round, so I don't want to see one stick standing. Is the most futuristic of all Gymkhana cars. It could drift on the moon, so get me to the stratosphere.
All right, you dizzy yet?
Scotto loves this versus that. We asked Hoonigan if they'd be willing to race one of their creations against one of our own. 50% Hoonigan, 50% Motorfest. Motorfest's 3100 vs the Hoonigan's third generation Camaros. These cars have one thing in common, and it's no small thing. They're both powered by the same big block engine. You're free to choose the car you want, of course, but I'm pretty sure the 3100 is going to win.
The Camaro Big Block, solid choice. Safe bet.
Wow, the turns are really rough here. Two Chevys, two big blocks, but only one winner. It's prophetic. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but I really like the concept of this race. Tricky turns are back. Second lap. You're making us Hoonigans proud. Modifying a classic pickup like the 3100, I admit, it's bold, I'm curious about the time they had to make it. On our side, we built that Camaro kit in 3 weeks. We even had it 3D printed. It's not a cockfight. We agree, but let it be said. That was brutal. Ooh, I think we'll have to check the geometry after this. Chevy Camaro eating a Chevy 3100? Is that cannibalism?
Scotto has decided the format for the next validation event, a race with stunts. This is probably one of the last events before the Gymkhana Motorfest, so you can be sure that Scotto will be paying close attention to your performance.
Just like the volcano, it's a practice run. Your final one.
The kind of start that makes me happy. Precision Strike is up next. Remember to adapt your speed and throw your car before the first stint. You can either settle for winning the race or try to impress me by doing as many tricks as possible. Not forgetting to blow up your opponents, of course. Slide left, then slide right. Narrow and dangerous. Perfect. we've got lightning, red neon light, and the Hoonatron. It's a blast. Just what we're looking for in Gymkhana. Create a unique atmosphere. Part is full of turns, the ideal zone for striking and winning bucks. First position all the way. Oh boy! The Gymkhana mine, you have it.
Driver, you've been Frescotted. It looks like you're going to be the Gymkhana driver for the big show. Well, just one extra challenge before that, to the Hoonigan HQ. The Hoonicorn. This car is so iconic, it would be a shame not to call on it one last time. Let's see what's coming up. You're back with the Hoonicorn. This car is so iconic, it would be a shame not to call on it one last time.
All right, I brought you back here for one more challenge before I give you the keys to the house.
You good to beat my score. You really think you can do it? Use all the elements, grind, donut, everything you've learned is worth points. Only 30 seconds left. Only 25 seconds left. Only 20 seconds? I'm kidding. I'll stop doing that. It's not fair.
All right, I got it.
Access memory still holds a record of hearing Scotto say that it took a lot of preparation to become a Gymkhana driver. But no doubt you're more than ready. You've taken up all the challenges given by Hoonigan. Now it's time to lead your own Gymkhana. arrives at Barber Harbour Point, and your new car is already in place. Have fun, Gymkhana driver.